Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and today I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of July the 1st, but also doing some of my July monthly setup stuff too. Alright, let's dig in. I am using the kit from Coffee Monsterz Co. They have these beautiful floral monthly kits, as well as I have the little washi strips that I use as well. Alright, so we'll do this this section first. So first 6 months I was tracking each kind of categories of home, wellness, and finance, which are kind of the main groupings I have for things I'm doing. But this month I think I'm going to change it up a little bit and track kind of 5 more specific things. But we're going to still do the top setup kind of similar with using these kind of little emoji washi strips that go with the month because they're cute. And yeah, so we'll get this down, and then I usually put one other little coordinating sticker. I do also have another sheet of like doodles and stuff that go with it, so I'll pick something out. And I think up top for this time, I think I'm just gonna put maybe a word. We'll see, rather than listing times and things. So we'll use this little sticker. I don't know whether to put it here. Oh no, because I'll be tracking stuff across there, so maybe we'll do it up top. I don't know what is going on outside. Odd noises. Okay, there we go. And yeah, so I picked 5 kind of more specific things that I want to be tracking this month. And since there's 10 columns, I think I'm going to use 2 columns for each. And I don't want the lines to be super thick, so I think I might actually just use my pen and separate these out. Okay, so I'll do them in chunks of 2 rows. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay. And we'll see how this goes this month. Oh, I better do the kind of first line, I guess. Let's make it a little more legible. Okay, so here we are. So I've got each of the kind of sections set out there. I'm using kind of two boxes for each one. And then along the bottom, I thought these come in the kit and I don't really use them otherwise for anything specific. So I think I'm going to use these labels just across the bottom here to put what I'm going to be tracking, because they're all kind of color coordinated. So I think this will work. And the last one. There we go. Oh, those colors look so pretty together. All right, so I want what did I say I was going to? Oh, yes, I was going to put a box on top. So I think I'm just going to put a word up there. There we go. And yeah, so I guess just a matter of filling in along the bottom each of the 5 things. I'm trying to have a look at my little notes that I made. Yeah, so we'll start to fill these in. So these are more specific things like going on a trail walk, doing Pilates, no spend, housekeeping. I just kind of want to get a sense of when I'm doing these things. So I think this will work out pretty well. And here is kind of my final listing. So yeah, we'll see how this goes this month. It's a little bit different, but yeah, as I said, I've kind of been thinking over the last couple weeks about how I might want to use this a little differently. So I thought I'd give this a try, and we'll pop in, we'll use the word hope for this month. So there we go. Yeah, and I do plan on still sort of coloring in those boxes as I do things each day. And now on to the monthly. So kind of flip through. You can see I use this pretty minimally. It's mainly just to have a quick reference for especially when it's like bigger events or days off or vacations or payday and garbage and recycling. I don't use it a ton, so I will keep it generally keep it a little more minimal, but we will use the things from the kit because it does look nice. So we'll put this up here, and then we'll put the July underneath. And yeah, I just find that I use the weekly a lot, of course, use the daily, and then I actually have a traveler's notebook that has a quick reference calendar in it that I tend to keep a little more populated. So yeah, this is just kind kind of a simple setup, but I'll go ahead and put the days of the week up top. Okay, days of the week are in, and yeah, I'm just loving these colors, this sort of turquoisey and purple and blue. And we'll put a note for day off because tomorrow is Canada Day, and I think I'll just write that in. But yeah, it's nice to start the month. That's what's nice about summer. You usually start the month with a long weekend, which is great. And yeah, so I just need to get my icons for, I'll put the paydays in, and then my recycling and events, and that's it. So here's the final version. Pretty simple, just yeah, a few little reminder icons. Yeah, I found that this is kind of good for me. I do like having it done though, and I do like, again, with the kits, having everything coordinated. I think it looks pretty. And so yeah, I need to do the weekly. Oh, but I will show you as well the other section of this that I do use. I use the weekly and daily. And then in the back with some of the extra pages, I have like a little summary I do at the end of each month. That kind of has some of the coordinating stickers. So, but I've got that all kind of preset anyway. And on to our weekly, and I thought we'll do a bit of a flip through of some of what I've done this year, just so you can get a sense of what they look like when they're filled in, because I know I tend not to put a lot kind of in them ahead of time. So yeah, here's a quick little flip through of what they look like. There's some weeks where not a lot gets done. There's some weeks where there really isn't a lot filled in. And yeah, that's just the way that it goes sometimes. Yeah, this was a rough week, I remember. So there's a bit of variety, which I like, but I like using the kits and just coordinating colors. I think it just helps to kind of pull everything together. So yeah, here's a quick glance through the first half of the month. I've done a bit of time tracking. So yeah, a few different styles and formats, but I like this. I think it's, I'm really happy with the last few weeks especially. All right, so let's get going. It's the first week in July. Once again, I'll be using the kit as kind of my main theme for this week, which I usually try and do in the first week of the month. So we'll start again with these, the rest of these little strips. I think I'll put these up top here. There is a thicker strip that's really pretty. And I think in the other months I put it up top, but I think I like the idea of using this thinner one. And I don't think I'm going to use stickers for the days of the week, the numbers, or the name of the day. Normally I do one or the other, but I think this one I just want to keep it simple. Also, with the colors on this one, it's kind of a simpler, more toned down. So I think I'll keep it like this, because kind of the gray in the writing and the text in the Hobonichi kind of goes with it anyway. And just enough to get this across too. There we go. Perfect. And yeah, I do like getting the washi strips. I got the kind of main monthly kit page, the washi strips page, and the kind of doodle page, which has doodles for, I think, each quarter. There is another sheet that I got in the first 6 months with like coordinating labels and little things, but I found I didn't use all of them, so this time I didn't get them. I may still, if I feel like I missed them, I can go back and buy them for the next few months, but I found I really like getting these washi strip pieces because I use them here, and then I also use them in the dailies as well. All right, what was I getting? Oh yes, okay, so we'll start with, it is a holiday tomorrow, Canada Day, so we'll use a label for that one. And I think I have another day off sticker. Yeah, there's something very satisfying about starting the month on a Monday. Feels good, especially a Monday that you don't have to go to work. Maybe I should have put the day off underneath. I guess Canada Day is more important itself, but that's okay. All right, so what am I going to do with the rest of this? And honestly, I had intended to have a more specific plan for this week and to do things in more detail. However, I'm just going to grab this thicker washi for the bottom. However, part of that plan involved actually setting up my traveler's notebooks, because I've got new some new stickers and some new notebooks I'm going to be using. And so over the past week or two, I've kind of been thinking about things out there. Sorry, couldn't see that. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, over the last week or two, I've been thinking about how I'm going to use them, but also just thinking about things in them. And that was kind of going to drive having a more specific plan of specific things to do each day, but I just haven't gotten to it. So this will be another one of my more kind of regular ones, I guess. So I do want to separate out the weekend. I'll try this gray. It's very faint. I can probably see it better than you can on the camera. I may go back and do that in another color. We'll see. But we'll put this down so I don't forget. Let's see. Okay. And the little house, because I'll be going to see my parents tomorrow for Canada Day. Canada Day is always special. My parents actually used to always have a big kind of get together and event, and you know, they don't do that now, but it's still kind of something I remember fondly. And I thought along the bottom here, I have this little the little booklet there where I have little odds and ends that I've collected, and I've noticed I have a lot that kind of go with these colors, with the blues and the purples. So I think I'm just going to use these because I think a lot of them, I can make them work. Because again, I didn't end up having a very specific plan with details for this week. So I think just having these headings will be good. And then after I do the stuff in my traveler's notebooks, which I am going to film, I can kind of fill in more of the details for this week. So yeah, I'm liking this. And it's a good use of the extra stickers too. I finished, well, just putting the last label on here now. And yeah, I like this. And I'm glad that I often forget. I have the little booklet with extra little odds and ends, and I often forget about it. So I'm glad I remembered because it's a good week to use those. And what else do we want to put? Yes, these are a couple of the kind of coordinating doodle stickers. So since the start of the month, we'll put a couple of these down. Oh, the lily pad, so pretty. Oh, and I think I want to use one of these dragonflies. And then maybe just one more. I think there's a little lily pad too. I'll just put that in the bottom. Where am I going to put this little guy? Right down here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Trying to think what I want to do on the left-hand side. Oh, you know, something I did want to do that I've been doing a little bit more is kind of some doodling. And sometimes I do it in my daily pages, but oh, before I forget too, I'll use one of these labels again, just so I have a couple of them down. And I'm still not exactly sure what will go in there, but I'll put that down. And I've got some circle stickers too, which I can use that came in the kit. So yeah, let me put a couple of these down. Again, I'm not sure what's exactly going to go in here this week, but I'll put maybe 3 things down. Yeah, that looks pretty. Not in the right spots. I keep forgetting I've got to try and center the circle so that they're like midway through a set of lines. Hang on. And third one. There we go. Okay, oh, and what I was mentioning before is I've started kind of doodling a little bit more, so I want to try out maybe doing like having a space for a weekly doodle. So I think I'll just make a box using this, and we'll start lower so I still have space to put my weekend. Maybe I'll have it start around where the washi is. So I did get a box down that I'm going to use just to do a doodle this week, and I think I am going to change the color on this to, I have like a blue-y color. Usually when I'm setting up for the week, I pick a couple of my tombos that kind of coordinate, so I think we'll use this. Might just give it a little more visibility. Yeah, that looks better. And then I'll do the same over on this side as well. go. Nice. Yeah, it always amazes me. Like, just using kits can just make it look kind of pulled together and nicer. Okay, so what else do I want to do on this? Probably not a whole lot. There's actually not a lot going on this week other than tomorrow being the holiday and seeing my family and maybe some friends. Yeah, okay. Oh, I do want to, I think I am going to put the work up top. I used to do this all the time and then I stopped for a couple weeks, but since tomorrow is the holiday, I think we'll put the work up here because it'll only be a 4-day work week. And just write it in this week. And I may as well just do the write in the arrows too. Oh, I'll put here, Canada Day. Yeah, and I think I've got arrow stickers, but I kind of think this week I'll just write in the arrows. And yeah, I've been, over the last couple weeks actually, but especially this week, it's been really interesting to watch people doing their setups. I think because we're at the halfway point in the year, and some people are changing planners or the systems they're using. So it's been really nice to have the resurgence of different planners and setups to watch. Arrow. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can use, I think I have some more dots. Maybe I'll, yeah, put dots up there instead of the arrow ends. Yeah, I think that looks good. Something a little different. All right. Yeah, and so like I said, I think this week this is probably close to all I'm going to be putting in here until I have a little bit more of a think about what I want to do. Oh, one more thing I do want to do is put one label here for my doodle. I have a few labels, which I think looks nice. Get this in. And then, yeah, a few other small pieces I guess I can put in now, but that'll be about it. I'll come back in a sec. And here is the final version. Oh, I just realized recycling isn't this Friday. It's Saturday because the holiday and it's everything. So I will change that sticker out. But yeah, so the plan for tomorrow is to hopefully do Travelers Company notebook setup, finish the spread in a little more detail. And yeah, I'll hopefully do another video about the Travelers notebooks. I got new notebooks in as well as some new stickers because I use Coffee Monsterz Co in this, but I use a different company for my Travelers Company. So I'll show that as well. So I hope you guys like this video and I'll see you soon. Bye.